Welcome back to PCM Yeti, episode 107. We've moved on to the Tour de Suisse, where, unlike the Dauphiné, we had a pretty good, solid team preparing for the Tour de France. This is a team that's either coming off the Giro or very much in between objectives. So, race day condition expectations are zero across the board. The draw, quite a bit worse than that, with a minus, 9, 8, something like that. So expectations are quite low. Enough so that I've got 3 stages back to back to back. This is stage 2 that are punchy, fit our profile. We'll give them a shot, but I really don't expect much from this. And I know we're going to be drifting here, but as long as we don't drift out the back, 700 meters, but looking kind of dangerously low. So let's up that effort a little bit. Quit drifting as we go to crest. Yeah, we're fine. So we got a Cat 2 followed by a second Cat 2, but compared to the normal Cat 2s that we're used to seeing, they're not that bad. And then a little Cat 3, Cat 2 to finish with 2 sprint points in between. So it's going to be a little hectic. Only a single rider was dropped, but we've very much conserved a fair bit of energy here on this climb. You can see the fatigue already. Everybody suffering. Part of that's a little bit of race day condition complications for us, but that is just tempo of trying to chase down a breakaway that had 4, currently at 3 as one guy got beat to the top of that Cat 2 and is still trying to bridge that gap. He's just 8 seconds behind though, but that group as a whole is over 3 minutes ahead, so we are really putting the foot down to try to get back up there, which means the descent we just had saw 0 recovery as we go to head into the next one. So conserving that energy could be more important than you would think, as the whole field would have really had to work hard to make the top of that climb and then have gotten no recovery, assuming that if we haven't gotten recovery, they shouldn't have gotten recovery. We could see the peloton start to really break up here momentarily. Alright, this climb's a little bit steeper, a little more straightforward. Let's bring up the effort a little bit. Kind of rider by rider. The weaker climbers are going to just simply have to work harder. But once you get through this climb, there's not that much climbing left. So if you still have the energy and the peloton's not blowing up, then you're looking pretty okay. But Young is drifting back way too fast. Very steep through here. Looking at that medium mountain, he's only a 58 on the medium mountain. We need to kind of hit the 85 territory. I don't want to have to jump to a 95 to keep him in, but he is now very much at the back, so we're going to have no choice. This guy, meanwhile, is also drifting rather rapidly. He too has a problem with climbing. We'll give him the 85 treatment for a moment and then probably up his effort rapidly as well to get him into the punchiness, as we then lose Pickrell out the back with a -4 today. Utter garbage draw from these guys that are all expected to have zeros. G hanging in there with his -3, a little bit stronger climber helping, but Vasilevsky and Young are going to make it through. 500 meters till the top of this one. All but one guy left on the team. Now the key comes down to whether we're going to get any recovery on this descent. And we need water one more time. Who can do it? So this guy is the hopeful sprinter, so I think I need G. Derek G's got to do that with his -3. So G to get water. 151 left in the peloton. Just 2 now left off the front and only just over a minute ahead. Looks like we had recovered a little bit of position there pretty quickly as we approached the top of the climb, as we were very close to the back end. And a rapid descent is about to begin, but Derek G just now gets the water, and he is as far back as you can be. It's going to be a hard ask for him to get back up there. But Zayats is looking good. Ponomar is looking good. But what can we do with anybody else? The 2 fast men, Young and Vasilevsky, at least hanging in there. Their terrible climbing has gotten through the worst of it, but their recovery is pretty poor. It's hard to say if we're going to be capable of anything on the sprint to the finish. And G, we got to split in the field. We got to split in the field. We want to kind of stay in the grouping here. I don't want him to be the one trying to pull it all the way back. He's already 180. He's given up. He's given up as they gain contact. So again, he's going to have to drop back a second time. I mean, we might as well try. And he goes all the way back to last position a second time. And we're starting to climb. There are 3 climbs on the way to the finish. This one uncategorized, but then we've got 2 more coming after that. Gee, let's go ahead and use his gel now. He doesn't have much left in the tank, and his chances of getting up there and finishing the water task is getting quite minimal. There's also just 15k left. Time to really hold that position, so we'll ride about a 92 here. Everybody's up there except for G, and G... Did I not click on very cleanly on his gel? I very much did. I saw it flashing. Penultimate climb is done. And with 11k, like, we've got to get things going. G's out of energy. Alright, well, that's it. That's it for that. And so are most of these guys suddenly out of energy. Young and Vasilevsky cannot sprint for us. It's going to come down to Zayats and Panamar over the final climb. So who's quicker? Zayats 58 sprint. It's definitely going to be Panamar today. Zayats to lead him out.
10 kilometers remaining.
Inside 10k overall as Vasilevsky comes forward. He's going to burn out Young, and now on to Zayats in a moment, but we'll hesitate until we go to begin the climb. It's just a 2-kilometer climb, and there we go, on to Zayats, who's going to lead out Panamar. See if we can't get a little separation here. You'll get a little red bar recovery at least on the descent, so Zayats just pushing, and now can go 99 without the red bar. Panamar just holding that wheel, 5.8k. Nice front position here, but we're not going to separate anything other than those at the back end who just can't keep up. But 5k, so Panamar, gel, prime position, thinning peloton. I expect it to thin even further as others crest, but we didn't make it thin by much. 3k out, 2.7. Zayats soft sprint all the way. Just all the way, as fast as you can. 1.7. We've got just a small group tailing us, but I would imagine these guys are going to be faster as Panamar takes off to begin his sprint, and he's just not a very capable sprinter, is he? It's going to get us a top 10. We're going to just miss the top 5. Albert Philipsen takes win ahead of Pitcock and Johannesson, Sobrero, Pagacher, Baggioli, Panamar 7th. So good result, good team result. If Vasilevsky or Young had anything left, we would have been riding for them, but they were just too weak and those race day conditions were too bad. But we get 2 more opportunities on less favorable days than this one, and this group is just really not very good to begin with. But better race day condition could give us a better shot in the 2 stages to come. Stage 3 has a much flatter profile, which means it's easier for our sprinters to actually make it to that finish line, but it's also less favorable conditions for us. And today, our race day condition is a neutral to net zero. So, you know, it's definitely looking like better odds that we could do something with this one. Well, the field came back together enough so that the orders that they had about hold position near the front of the field have disintegrated, and they were just staying put where they were. So Pickrell now doing the work to claw this group forward. For now, we've mostly made it to the front of this trailing group, but we don't want to push too hard, too fast. We've got this little hill that we're on now, and then we've got a little bit of time before we then go into that next hill. And then we've got plenty of time after that to then make our way all the way back forward, 33k. So we've got to do this carefully, cautiously. We can't afford to get too far back, obviously, but we've got to be smart about this. Otherwise, Vasilevsky will be useless for the finish. Guys at the front, let's make sure they're holding position okay. Give them a little bit more effort just in case there's a speed
increasing its
up.
work rate.
But
Some
the
teams
groups
may
are
be
nearly
able to
in
break away.
contact, and then we're of course at the base of this alternative climb. And what happened to Young? Where'd you go, bud? Okay, they're there. Pickerel's gonna fade soon, so we're gonna be on to Young. This is not the time where we need to be bridging that gap. We are not climbers. Not this group, anyway. Okay, on to Young. Pickerel's done for the day. 2.5K to go to the top. And you see the punishment being dished out here to Sala and Vasilevsky, but you can also see just how close we are getting towards getting up there. But that's going to be it for Young. He did not make it to the top. So Sala takes over, Vasilevsky, and then, yeah. That's about it. They've made it over halfway up, but there's the top.
Deficit is being cut
Okay,
back.
Sala can start to speed up a little bit, but Vasilevsky does not have much left. Zayats does not have much left. Let's gel up for him. It looks like we might be riding for Derek G today, the way things are playing out. Apparently the heli cam was not helpful for us today. I was looking at position to take over if need be, and I did not visually see those three guys drift backwards. My eyes deceived me. They're not great. I wear these for a reason. So
The escapees have surrendered.
we're almost
The
up
Pack
there.
have no chance.
This is one of the last hills of the day. Short, brief, but Vasilevsky has so little left in the
Majoli
tank.
goes onto the attack.
Once we crest,
There
though,
are just
we're going to
15
start to
kilometers
speed up. Oh, Vasilevsky's not going to make it.
Obviously, don't
Still
let anybody
14K,
in the
so it's
breakaway
not like
group.
we're missing anything by messing around with these guys, but Ponomar needs to get up into position. Zayats is done. Oof, we got two guys for the end of this thing, that's it. Two riders left off the front, but they're only a few seconds ahead. And Sala and Vasilevsky are useless. That's it.
10 kilometers to the finish line.
Well, let's have them lead Ponomar forward. Well, they still have something.
It's a
Vasilevsky
puncture.
done, so I guess that's it for him. Ponomar, get up behind G. Let's put these guys on auto.
The pack is back on level terms with the
Ponomar.
breakaway group.
Set to follow initially, but we're going to change that up here in just a moment because it's down to 6K.
Attacked by Max Poole.
So Ponomar takes over.
The group is
G's
slowly
gonna
thinning
follow
out due to
him.
such a frantic pace. The
And
riders
we've got
are
to just
entering the
gently
last 5
push
kilometers
forward.
of the
Chances
stage.
today are looking terrible. I mean, G's got some pace. Ponomar's got some pace too, but got guys attacking
Again, an attack is launched. The group has to break apart.
3.5K. There's the last hill, so now we can push on. 2.5K. 2K. Ponomar. Start sprinting. And G's got a great lead out. He's got a great lead out. He's going to win. Are you kidding me? 2 men. 2. That's all it took. Derek G with the win. Tour de Suisse stage number 3. Pitcock takes second. Manier, Kramer, Albert Philipson, and Van Aert. Only 3 nations left to roll. Let's go ahead and see what we're going to get. This will conclude the fours eventually. We're on a 4-1, the weaker of the trio. Israel and Hungary are the only two that remain before we then get into Grand Tour only territories. I'm really glad we snowballed yesterday because if it weren't for the snowball, there wouldn't be anything to fit the narrative of how awful our race day condition is today. It's a net -20. And, yeah, I think the narrative being that we celebrated way too hard last night and then woke up to a very, very poor weather kind of day. And that combination just stunk of, well, too much booze. And the guys are not up for it today. They are really not up for it today. By the way, a lot of these guys were at the Giro, and if you remember, our preparation for the Giro included being prepared for the Giro, and the team did not. go into that Giro prepared. Only 2 of the guys ever saw their fitness peaks. The rest of them, even at the very end of the race, still never had their fitness peaks. Well, it's been almost 2 weeks since the Giro ended. And those guys still lacking a fitness peak. They don't have it. There is no fitness peak for any of these riders here as we go into these final 42 kilometers of this one. These guys still haven't hit it yet. They are a few points away. This is the last stage that I'm going to do, though, for this Tour de Suisse, because these aren't climbers, and it's all climbing stages the rest of the way. So we're going to completely miss out on the impacts of our preparations for the Giro, but nonetheless, we still had a good Giro. And nonetheless, we have had a successful couple of tours in between the Grand Tours, where we have managed to snowball in each and secure a top 10 in one, and yeah, things have gone well for us. Anyway, we've got 2 climbs here, Cat 3 right now that we're on, Cat 2 upcoming. Start to slow things down. We don't need to be at times 1 speed, but the breakaway just got caught. Pace is not too high right now. Our 82 is hanging on, though it's just about slight drift. So I don't mind. It's a good pace right now. Here's where we're drifting a little more as other guys speed up, so start to speed up as well. We can recover as we kind of crest, accelerate. There you go, and now start to catch back up. 25k to go. I can't believe these guys still haven't fit. They will at least benefit. I won't be doing the races, but they will at least benefit from their national championships. Most of them have national championships coming up in the next week or 2, so those fitness peaks will carry them through there, but otherwise completely wasted. I mean, we didn't even at least get the follow-up race, right, with the Tour de Suisse. And these guys are still drifting back. We're going 95 right now, and we're still drifting backwards. Yikes on that part. 17k to go. I guess 99, huh? Young, gel. Pick roll, gel. Okay, we're almost done climbing. We're going to hit a little saddle section here shortly. It's like up around where Panamar is now, is cresting. So the climb itself is really kind of done, and then you just go through a little saddle. So getting back in position to contend the finish is now the big priority. Young is done. That's our farthest man back. So we got Pickrell and Sella. And Pickrell needs to carry Sella forward. Okay, let's watch his pace here briefly. Yeah, they clearly weren't riding a 99 when I said that they should be. But maybe that was just too much traffic, because Pickrell cannot seem to get forward right now. Come on, take the open road. Take the open road. -6 on his downhill, or -4 that is, down to a 66. Alright, he has made up ground, and Sala is here with him. Pickrell is the guy that probably should be sprinting, actually, out of all of this mess. No, Vasilevsky's here. Pickrell will continue to work. He's just got too much negatives, -8s on the stamina resistance. Sala can help with the lead out. It's definitely 99 all the way to finish, though. Territory. So Zayats will get in line and also push on. He's got big negatives too, like everybody around us. Panamar and Vasilevsky will join up soon enough, but G's there. Wait for these guys to kind of slide past him, and then we'll get him in line. There we go. Okay, time to grab Panamar and G and Vasilevsky. Help those guys make sure they get through quickly.
Those guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today.
Perfect. 6k to go, and we are well positioned all of a sudden. Pickrell getting us through the last hill of the day onto Zayats. Wasn't even a hill, it's like 1%, but it's downhill from here, so this is very much just flat out, flat out, flat out. Final gels.
5 kilometers to the finish line.
Pickrell help break toe. 3.4 early sprint. 2. Putting some pressure on others. Ponemar to lead out. G. Vasilevsky. We're not going to get there first. But we are going to get there top 5. Van Aert, Philipsen, Meunier, Pidcock, G. Ponemar, Pogacar. I actually ended up getting over the top of that with more guys than was necessary there at the end. A little bit of a rarity on that part. Took us a little too long to get reorganized. We were trying to hold position. I mean, remember, we were going at a 99 to try to hold position, and our climbers couldn't keep up. Their max effort was not enough to keep up. So we had a lot of recovery to do, and by the time we got where we wanted to be, we had a couple extra bodies in the way. Not bad for a -20 though. That's going to do it for this Tour de Suisse. That's your race day condition right there. It's foggy, it's pouring, it's nasty. General at this point though, we're totally out of it. Ponemar's 22nd, and he's definitely not a climber as we head into the final 4 stages, so ignore those. Ignore the national championships. Next up, Tour de France. I'm happy to have gotten another snowball out of the way. By the way, that is our 7th snowball in the last 11 episodes. Pretty good rate. That's going to do it for this one, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.